There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM. With over 140 channels in your vehicle, your all-access trial includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.
Now, it's no secret that here on CMA Networks, we absolutely love showcasing new product. And today, we have a new one for you. Atg, a full line of audio products in multiple different categories, is on the scene and being distributed by T-Bear here in Canada. We've got their general manager, Al Congdon, in the house today with us to share with us and teach us all about the brand new line. This is CMA Showcase Atg, and it starts now. So thanks for tuning in, folks, to another showcase here on CMA Networks presented by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. And if we're going to wrap the show with showcase, then you can expect some new gear. That's right, new product announcements. And this is a relatively new brand which has made its way through distribution up here in Canada. And it's causing a lot of noise because it checks off a lot of boxes. We're going to start the show because we're pretty excited. We're pretty excited to have for the first time, representing T-Bear, one of the largest, most important distributors that we have up here, is Fabian Cade, who is their product manager. He's the director of product management, and he's going to come on and talk to us a little bit about not only Atg and what it means to T-Bear, but also T-Bear itself, because it's their first time on and we want to know all about it. So let's go ahead and get Fabian on. Hey, what's going on, Fabian?
How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing great today. It's exciting. It's showcase day. We're talking about new product. We're talking about stuff that we haven't had on before. And one of those things, we've had a chance to talk about other items such as car lighting district in the past, but really, we've never really had a chance to really showcase that logo behind you and the one that you have on your chest today, which is T-Bear. So why don't you start by telling us a little bit about why T-Bear is such an important distributor in the Canadian aftermarket and 12-volt industry?
Absolutely, Ben. First off, I want to say thank you very much for having us on your show to be able to present this fantastic line of product, like you mentioned. So to talk about T-Bear, and seeing as it's our first time, we want to give our opportunities to give a chance to present T-Bear as a whole. And one way to explain what T-Bear is it's just we're a very, very large. I'm sure a lot of dealers across the country are very well familiar with T-Bear. We have warehouses across the country from Moncton all the way to Vancouver, and basically our warehouses and our transport logistics makes us an important distributor because we have such a wide array of aftermarket product and accessories to distribute across the country, including 12-volt. 12-volt being a very important part of T-Bear, and what that does and what that allows us to do is to be able to have a chance to provide products directly to customers, sometimes the very next day, sometimes even the same day. Customers are able to come pick up from our warehouses. We have over 35,000 SKUs in stock in our warehouses. It really makes T-Bear stand out. And as you can see, I'm sure you're going to queue up a little video of our intro. The fact that we're so large and cover so many different array of products, it makes us a very important distributor out here, and customers should know who we are.
Absolutely. I've had the pleasure of knowing T-Bear for I'm talking going on 20. I've witnessed is pretty remarkable. And not only that, I think, if you aren't dealing with T-Bear, it's hard pressed not to, because you guys are just everywhere and conveniently located. But you mentioned infrastructure. We have a video we want to play that'll set the tone for just what type of infrastructure we're talking about. Let's roll the tape. Yeah, it's such a big team there. I can't believe how big it is now. It's sometimes overwhelming to even think about. But if we were to break it down, you mentioned some key points, Fabian. You mentioned the fact that you've got multiple locations throughout Canada. You know, your logistics is there. Talk to us a little bit more, expand that a little bit about what key advantages there are for dealers to get into business with T-Bear.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Having an account with T-Bear is really crucial because it allows our customers to basically fill their baskets of many different products that they require, all from one place. And it's not only 12 volt. I mean, yes, 12 volt is very important, as we mentioned, but we have so many different segments of products. And as you can see, our different brands back here, includes truck accessories, RV and hitch products, tools, wheels. I mean, so many different categories that we cover. And the way I can explain it, the way I sell T-Bear to other people is I can compare it to like a Walmart, for example. You know, you go into Walmart and you can buy so many different kinds of products, from groceries to clothes to home products to tools to car products to, you can buy everything. It's a one-stop shop. And I feel like T-Bear is really geared and positioned themselves to be this one large stop shop. You know, any dealers out there right now requiring 12 volt products have other products they require as well, like from tools, very important, but they have other categories like truck accessories, hitches and other stuff like that they can really take advantage of. And it makes it so that we become one supplier that they have to deal with versus having to deal and source with so many different suppliers to find all their different products that they require. So I feel that is really the advantage to take care of. We're across the country and very easy to communicate with, basically.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. So we understand T-Bear. So now I'm going to ask the big question. We're here to talk about ATG. ATG stands for Audio to Go. What is this? This is new. This is exciting. Talk to us about T-Bear and ATG.
I mean, I have one here. I'll bring it out. You know what I mean? ATG for us it's a relatively new brand. It's basically a full line of audio products, and they've been on the market pretty recently. And I'll put it back. Sorry about that. And but in their short history in the U.S., I mean, they've had a lot of good success. I mean, being one of the most advantaged points that we wanted to take care of is the fact that we would be the first distributor to bring it into market into Canada. Nobody else has this brand, and it's a way for us to stand out in audio. We've seen over the past couple of years we've gone through the pandemic and all that stuff, and there's been it's hit us hard in shortages and product supply. It's been very, very difficult to obtain products, and a lot of distributors, suppliers are having a lot of issues with their supply chain. And having another brand to rely on and having stock available and ready, which we currently do right now across the country, it allows us to not only offer a great line of product, which it is, but also for our dealers that are used to their top brands, like other brands that they carry, if they're not able to receive such of these products that they need,
it's a nice option.
We are able to fill that void and have those products available to them right away. One of the things I wanted to mention also is, and I'm sure Al will mention that in his presentation, is ATG is backed by a massive, massive company in the US. It's a multi-billion-dollar company called Patrick Industries, and I'm sure a lot of people know who that is. I mean, they recently acquired brands like Rockford Fosgate, Wet Sounds, and for us, being a large company like this and backed by such a large, investor, and it gave us a lot of confidence in the product. You know what I mean? It's such quality products. The other aspect that I can mention as well is that they're very high quality products, but they're also at a very sensitive price point. You know what I mean? A lot of people right now, with everything rising in costs, we can start with gas prices to any other products in the market currently. Everything's going up, but having that high quality with a sensitive price point, I think was a home run for us, basically.
Absolutely. So it makes a lot of sense. So is there something specific that you think we're going to learn about today that you're most excited about?
I mean, they like you guys said before, like we said previously, the full line of products. So from speakers to amps to subs to marine and Powersports, they have a full line of marine products and power. And I think that's one segment as well. We've really wanted to gear into that power sports segment, which we've hit a lot recently and are approaching a lot of customers in that power sports section, but marine as well. And also the car audio. Car audio still has been, in the past couple of years, has been booming. I mean, we've seen great amount of sales, great return. It's been excellent. So they have 2 different product series, from the classic to the Transcend. You'll learn that later, but I think it covers everything that we're looking for. I think it's great.
I think we're ready for the presentation. We're gonna bring Al on, and he's gonna walk us through the whole thing. So let's sign off on a note. Like, well, before anything, I heard through the grapevine there may or may not be a special offer with this new line that Tiber is bringing to market.
Yeah, absolutely, and we wanted to bring it out with a bang. And I mean, our customers will this week receive all the information they need to learn about the product line and all that stuff. And we wanted to offer a specific, just for your show, Ben. I mean, I want to have anybody tuning in. You wanna be interested in that line, you want to contact us, feel free to see our sales reps or contact our team at, you can see the website right there, rtbear.com. You'll have full contact information. Mention that you saw ATG on CMA. And if you mention that to our sales rep or ODS team, between now and the end of, let's say, the end of May, gives us a good month and a bit, May 2022, mention that you saw ATG on CMA, and we'll offer you a 10% discount on your initial order. Doesn't matter the size. Doesn't matter the size.
Drop.
Let's do it.
Guys, get on to ATG, call Tiber, mention us, mention me, somehow get the communication into the Tiber team. 10% off until the end of May 2022. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Fabian, for that.
Thank you very much.
On that note, you obviously distributed Tiber. We had the website up there. We're ready to learn, man. How about you?
Let's go. Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much for making the time today, Fabian, and talking to us about Tiber. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right, so without any further ado, we're lucky enough to have spent some time with Al Congdon, who's the general manager for ATG, and he's going to come on and we're going to go through the entire line. It's a brand new line like we have discussed, and we're pretty excited to learn all about it. So let's bring him on and find a little bit about what ATG is all about.
Good morning, Ben. How are you doing?
Hey, Al, welcome to the show. Thank you for making the time out of your busy schedule to spend some time with us today.
Thank you very much for letting us talk a little bit about ATG.
Well, I'll tell you, it's pretty exciting because every time there's a new product or for us new anyhow, a new brand to the mix, we get pretty excited because it's always nice to have new product on. So having said that, though, can you give us a little bit of insight as to the ATG brand? What categories are you touching on, and who's behind ATG?
Well, ATG is a full line of products. So we cover car audio, we cover portable audio, we cover marine audio, and we cover power sports audio. So we really literally cover the gamut of products with the line.
That's amazing. And who exactly is behind it? Because it's kind of new to a new kid on the block, well, as far as we've seen.
Okay, so ATG is part of Patrick Industries. Patrick Industries, is located, they're based out of Elkhart, Indiana. We are one of 70 divisions within the company. Patrick is a $4.9 billion company, and they own a number of audio companies. So just recently, Patrick has purchased Wet Sounds. Patrick Industries has also purchased Rockford Fosgate. And ATG is one of their core group of brands.
Okay, in the mix with some heavy hitters and legacy brands, as I call them, within the industry. So for our viewers who are the dealers, where in the industry would you place ATG as a brand as far as the level of product or the type of product that it represents?
Well, ATG products pretty much cover the gamut. So we have a variety of subcategories within the line. So we have our Classic Series, which is geared more towards, I would say, your typical type of customer. We have our Transcend, which is our higher end product. And then we have, as we said, our Marine and our Power Sports product.
Wow, so it's really complete. So I'm not gonna talk anymore. I'm gonna give you some time here because it sounds like we got a lot to cover on this one. Let's go ahead and bring up your presentation. Because I know, like you said, full line, tons of categories. So let's go ahead and bring up the presentation. And I'm going to let you go. Let's learn all about ATG.
So first, really, when we founded ATG, our goal was to have the customer first. So we really had a mentality that was value-driven product, and we wanted to have a team-oriented strategic approach to doing business. That means that we work very, very close with our dealer base to literally find products that fit niches and holes in their existing mix. And the whole idea was to develop a common sense approach to developing the line. So we wanted to have a limited SKU mix. We really wanted to have products that make sense for today's market. Obviously, we wanted products that were priced right. We wanted to have controlled distribution. And I think important to all of our retailers, we wanted to have an enforced MAP policy so we could offer our dealers the maximum amount of profitability. We've also really prided ourselves on a company that is easy to do business with. We've really tailored the products to increase the dealer's bottom line revenue. And while we were developing the products, we realized that our dealers are going to have a variety of brands. So we really focused on products that fill gaps in our customers' existing mix. And as we mentioned initially, the brand is backed by a company with over $4.9 billion in assets. In fact, the company has over 10,000 employees. And it's run by people who know and love the business. I mean, myself, just really quick, 10 years at Rockford Fosgate, 10 years at MTX. Our group has over 100 years experience in the industry.
So no strangers to the game is what we're
no
what
strangers
I see
to
here.
the game. So we're going to start with our Classic Series product. And our Classic Series product is really geared towards customers that are coming into the dealer day in and day out. So we start with our Classic Series speakers, which you can see up on the screen. We only offer, again, to keep it simple, we only offer 3 models. We offer a 6.5, we order a 5x7, and we offer a 6x9. These products really represent about 70% of the sizes that are installed today. The Classic Series product, these are excellent replacement speakers. They're built with extremely high quality materials. We're using poly cones. We're using nitrobutadiene rubber surrounds. We're using plastic trim rings. And we were really focused on, again, as a replacement speaker, high sensitivity, shallow mounting depths. We wanted to have the maximum potential for fit. We have excellent packaging, and these products will handle between 50 and 60 watts RMS. And we focused on making these the absolute best value product that we possibly could. Our Classic Series woofers, these are woofers that are really based on tried and true technology. We built these drivers for reliability. They use large motor structures, large voice coils. As we said, exceptional cooling. We actually cool the pole piece, we cool the magnet itself, and we use spider plateau venting. These feature large roll surrounds. You can see that they're both glued and stitched, again, to help reliability. And the cones are a wood pulp. I'm a big fan of wood pulp. It's extremely rigid, it's extremely inert, and it helps reduce secondary and tertiary non-harmonic resonances. These are very high power handling woofers. We're using aluminum bobbins with 180 degrees centigrade voice coil layer. And as you can see by the presentation, they're rated at 750 to 1500 watts. There's 4 series in this category. The 1500 series, which is a 2-inch voice coil, the 2500 series, which is a 2-inch voice coil, the 3500 series, which is a 2.5-inch voice coil, and the 5000 series, which is a 3-inch voice coil. These are available in 12 and 15-inch sizes, and all models are dual 4-ohm for maximum flexibility. We also offer a full line of loaded enclosures. There's 5 enclosures in the line. What you can see here is the Atg212 Lbx. we offer the enclosures in a double 12, a single 12, a double 10, a single 10, and a powered 12. One of the unique things that you can see here is, if you look very closely, the woofers are extremely close together in the box, and the box is actually vented out the side. I did this, the box is only 30 inches wide compared to conventional front firing ports, which are 36 to 38 inches wide. The cool thing about this is the small size allows it to fit in between A-pillars of vehicles like Mustangs and smaller cars. We use extremely high quality aviation grade carpeting. The box is extremely well braced. You'll notice that we use a stitched ATG logo. And I think one of the interesting things is we're using the same high quality drivers with the same technology, the same large voice coils, the same stitched surround. We believe there's one right way to build a product, and we're building it all that way, Ben.
Again, I'm going to be holding off for my questions towards the end here, but these are very aesthetically pleasing, may I add.
We also designed the product to be able to work together. I'm showing two packages here. These packages are actually packaged individually, but they can be either bundled together and sold as a package, or they can be sold individually. The two packages that you see here is my single 12, which is vented out the side. That's the Atg212 Lbx with our 1600 amplifier, which is 300 watts. That includes an external bass control, and that's a 2-ohm box. The second package is the 212 Lbx with our 2400 one, and that's a 1-ohm enclosure, which is designed to maximize power output. The classic amplifiers, when we design these to offer our customers the very best value possible. These are ultra high power designs. They're extremely well constructed. These are amplifiers using MOSFET or metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors. They're held in place with FET bars. All of these amplifiers, the monoblocks, include an external bass control. Like all of our speakers and amplifiers, they're packaged in 4-color packaging. And one of the things that we did was we took a little different approach to this, in that we actually printed maximum power on the amplifier. As I said, I've been doing this over 40 years. And as I travel around, a lot of dealers had come to me and said, you know, Al, I get customers that come in that say, hey, look, I need a 1500 watt amplifier. I have a limited amount of money to spend. So we really designed these amplifiers to be able to hit that niche, which we're excited about. As mentioned before, our step-up line is the Transcend series. So just circling back really quick, in the Classic series, we offer 3 coaxes, we offer 5 amplifiers, and then we offer the 4 series of woofers. In the Transcend series, we're taking everything and moving it up a notch. So if we compare the 2 coaxes, here you'll see that we're using even higher grade materials. We're using silk dome tweeters. These are actually Tetheron. We're using nitrobutadiene rubber surrounds. We're using woven glass fiber cones, which have excellent sonic characteristics. They're very light, they're very rigid. And again, we've really driven that extremely shallow design. You can tell here that, and we're looking at the TS602, this fits in a lot of applications that a conventional coax just simply does not fit. So whether it's in the roll cage of a Jeep, or whether it's just a situation where the window roll or the window rail runs right behind the speaker, these are going to be able to fit. We've also increased power handling on this product as well, and we've extended the line to include a wide variety of sizes, everything from 5 1/4 to 6x9s. We also have a 6 1/2 set of components and a standalone tweeter as well. The Transcend woofers. extremely excited. It's taken everything that we've known about drivers. And again, some things here, we've really increased the power handling capability. We're using a laminate cone, which is wood pulp over glass fiber. We've still maintained that stitch surround. We're using extremely large motor structures. We're using, again, oversized voice coils. These work extremely well in sealed or larger vented enclosures. And they're designed, again, to match with the Atg amplifiers. If we take a look at the back, and again, I'm showing a rear view here, a couple things. I mean, number one, immediately apparent is the bumped back plate. Of course, woofers are motors. And one of the things that we recommend, and everybody should really take heed, is that woofers need to be broken in. Interestingly enough, most of the defects in woofers occur in the first 2 or 3 weeks of use. A woofer is a motor just like a motor in a car, and consequently needs to be broken in. That break-in time, we recommend anywhere between 10 and 20 hours. But over time, motors tend to loosen up. So you'll notice that what we do on all of our drivers, both the Classic and the Transcend, is we bump the back plate. And we do that so as that woofer loosens up over time, you don't have to worry about the back of the bobbin hitting against the back of the magnet. You'll notice here that we've also vented the pole piece, we vented the magnet, and we actually vent the spider. So these use spider plateau venting as well. The Transcend woofers use die-cast baskets, again for improved rigidity. We use poly cotton dampers. We use heavy-duty compression push terminals, which, by the way, we do on both series of woofers. And we also stitch the tinsel leads into the spider, again, on both series of woofers. We believe there's one minimum standard right way to build a driver. And whether somebody is buying the Classic series or whether somebody is buying the Transcend series, we want to give them the optimal amount of performance per dollar that we possibly can. The Transcend series also increases size. So we've got a high output 8, which is rated at 750 watts RMS, a 10-inch, which is 1,250 watts RMS, a 12-inch, which is 1,500 watts RMS, and the 15, which is 2,000 watts RMS. Transcend amplifiers. Circling back again, we talked about the Classic series having maximum power. The whole idea was a lot of printed power on the front of the driver to appeal towards that customer that wants a lot of power, is looking for a lot of printed power, and doesn't have a lot of money to spend. The Transcend amplifier is what we call true power. So the power that's printed on the front of the amplifier is the actual RMS power. One thing that's very important to note, both with the Classic and the Transcend amplifiers, these are designed to drive 1 ohm loads. A lot of dealers shy away from that because they're afraid about reliability at these lower impedances. These products need to drive that low impedance loads to maximize output and performance. The 5 models that we offer, and these are MIDI chassis, the 1000, the 1800, the 2500, and a high power 4-channel, which we'll talk about the importance as we move on the line, which is 250 by 4, and then a large 5-channel, which is 250 by 4 and 500 by 1, Ben. Showing here is the 1001, which is, again, a MIDI chassis. It's only 11 by 7 inches. One of the things that we incorporate in the Transcend amplifiers is variable phase shift. All of our amplifiers, again, regardless of Classic series or Transcend, we offer a variable subsonic filter, allowing the end user or the installer to be able to tailor the high pass crossover to the tuning frequency of the box, again, to maximize efficiency. All of our monoblocks include an external bass control, And of course, all of them include those high quality metal oxide field effect transistors in the power supply. ATG Powersports, one of the things, Ben, that we really wanted to focus on is today we're seeing a lot more customers leaning towards what we would consider to be non-traditional 12-volt categories. And I think it's important for our dealer base to address everybody that comes through the door. Today in a lot of areas, we're seeing 12-volt audio product in being used in applications that maybe a decade ago, it wasn't common. So, the whole idea here is to be able to offer products to everybody that walks through the door. And the Powersports product does that. The Atg212 Lbx is a value price digital media receiver. It can be used either in a UTV or a marine application. It is powered, it is 40x4, and it is IP52. Some cool things about it. It does use Bluetooth 4.2, so you've got up to 10 meters of streaming. It is a gauge mount design. It is an IP6 front panel, so it's moisture and dust resistant. And it offers a lot of flexibility. So you've got RCA auxiliary inputs, you've got rear USB inputs, you've got front and rear RCA outputs. All of the controls are on the front, so you're not having to cycle through a menu. So it's very easy to use, and the product really represents an outstanding value. It's something we're very excited about. Play loud. This is a category that has just grown tremendously, and we're extremely excited about this product. In fact, this represents one of the highest power handling, highest sensitivity coaxes currently out there. We offer it both in a 6 and an 8-inch configuration. These are IP52, so it's a treated cone. One of the interesting things is we are using a die-cast aluminum basket. This minimizes corrosion and adds rigidity, and again, stops these non-harmonic secondary or tertiary vibrations. We stitch the tinsel leads in the surround, in the spider, just like we do in the woofers, okay? These are 4 ohm. We're using on both drivers an 1.25 inch aluminum dome. They have a fairly wide bandwidth from 80 hertz to 21 kilohertz. But one of the important things to realize here is we are using pleated surround, which means that the roll-off is pretty fast. And again, that helps us both increase efficiency and increase power handling. You can use these in UTVs. You can use these in marine applications. You can use these in motorcycle applications, or you can use these in automotive applications where somebody's just looking for the maximum amount of output. And again, that high power handling, now you can see why we have that high power Transcend 4-channel amplifier. When we developed the line, we really wanted to make sure that these pieces worked together and made sense both for the salesman trying to put packages together and to fit the niche for the customer. If the dealer is not carrying this category, this is really hot in the industry right now, Ben.
And I just want to point out the caution excessive sound levels logo. I think that's that's representative of what this is all about.
These things absolutely scream. Our marine amplifiers, these are small chassis amplifiers, and the marine actually may be a little bit of a misnomer. Our dealers use these in a wide variety of applications. And, we talk about a new line, but interestingly enough, in domestic U.S., within the last 12 months, we have over 514 accounts in the U.S. that are buying ATG. So this is a fairly, while it's protected, a fairly widely distributed line. These are extremely small chassis amplifiers. These are full range Class D. These models are capable of driving a 2 ohm load. Again, they're extremely small and extremely well built. So we see these being used in motorcycle applications. The monoblock and the M2 That's a little deceiving there. They're 6 by 4 inches. They have a lot of thermal mass, so they have excellent heat dissipation. And we offer 3 models. We offer a monoblock, we offer a 2-channel, and we offer a 4-channel, which is 75 by 4 into 4 ohms and 125 into 2 ohms. So it's really a lot of power. On the next slide, I really kind of wanted to take one apart so people can actually see the build quality of the product. And this is something that I'm really extremely proud of. If you look inside, the first thing that is apparent is how clean the board is laid out. You'll notice that, we talk about MOSFETs and we talk about FET bars. The FET bars are actually used to couple the output transistors to the heatsink. And those large FET bars help dissipate heat on both sides, both on the front side and the back side of the FET. You'll notice that both the power wire and the connectors are actually not soldered to the board. They're actually hooked up vis-a-vis connectors. You'll notice that the low voltage sections are RF shielded. We have, again, heavy duty heat sink. The boards are extremely well braced. And this is literally the best product we could design. And again, these are extremely good value pieces. I mean, we're offering a lot of value both to the dealer and to the end user. Sound bars. Sound bars have just increased in popularity tremendously. We see them in UTVs, we see them in golf carts. I even see them mounted rear facing in the back of pickups. We manufacture 2 models. We manufacture a 24-inch, which is the Atg SB6 Rgb, and we have a 36-inch model, which is the Atg SB10 Rgb. As delineated by their model numbers, one is a 6-speaker soundbar, the other one is a 10-speaker soundbar. These use, again, Bluetooth 4.2. They are IP52, and they do have weatherproof controls on the front. They do come with all the mounting hardware, and the brackets are capable of handling bars between 1.5 and 2 inches, and they are complemented by RGB lighting. And again, I will tell you that not only are these sound bars built well, not only do they play loud, but in my opinion, they represent one of the absolute best values in the industry. Moving on, Atg Marine. We manufacture 2 series of marine speakers. This is our classic series, and these are entry level, but don't let the entry level price fool you in terms of performance. Again, they're high efficiency. They're extremely well manufactured with poly cones. We actually have poly baskets. We use all stainless steel hardware. They're designed for durability in marine environments. And again, when you see the pricing, they're just absolutely fantastic values. When combined with the BT4000, it allows the dealer to be able to put an extremely high value marine system together. And if they need more output, obviously they can add that Atg4 amplifier. We manufacture, by the way, the classic series, only 2 sizes, 6x9, 6.5, and those are available in white. As we step up, we have our Rgb Marine Speakers. These are available in both 6.5 and 8. Interestingly enough, these are a complete package. So they include the 3-meter RGB harness, and then they have the RGB controller in the box. As with the other marine speakers, these are 4 ohm. So if somebody wants to use multiple speakers, that Atg4 and want them amplified is capable of driving a 2 ohm load. So they can drive literally 2 pair of speakers or 8 speakers total on the amplifier. And we have a little higher power handling here with 65 watts RMS, 160 watts peak. And again, we're dealing with wide bandwidth and high sensitivity, 90 dB, 1 watt, 1 meter. So just, I guess in a nutshell, we've run through it pretty quickly. I guess the main thing that I want to say here is that for the bulk of the dealers out there, ATG offers something for just about everybody. If you take a look through the line, whether it's the Play Loud speakers, whether it's the Marine speakers, whether it's the sound bars, whether it's the 15-inch woofers, whether it's those high power classic series amplifiers, we're really excited about the line. And as I said, the dealers that purchase it, we've done extremely well.
Al, I got a ton of questions for you. First of all, thank you for that very detailed presentation. And might I say, it sounds as though you've been doing this for a while, because your vocabulary is outstanding when it comes to these presentations. I wanted you to know that.
Thank you. 6 decades in the industry, and it's been quite a while, but it's been a tremendous ride, and we really enjoy it.
It's great to see you still have the passion for it. That's really inspiring. Okay, let's get into the product and what I saw. The word value is clutched throughout this entire presentation. You're demonstrating advanced, might I say, advanced features that otherwise would be found only at higher level, higher price point type product, and you're coming in at a very reasonable, price point, offering tremendous value. I'm seeing features that I don't see in much, unless I'm going much higher up in the food chain. So that's the first remark I have. The second thing I want to key in on is how complete of a line this is. Usually for a new line, you want to come in with one category, maybe two, and then as time progresses, expand. But clearly, with the backing of Patrick, over 500 dealers you mentioned have already bought into this program in the US. That is some serious movement, right? In a very short period of time, but you're offering a very complete line. And what I want dealers to extract from this or learn from this is there's a lot of great brands. I think this one fits a lot of situations where value is important, and that you could get behind a brand that not only offers the value, but also has the complete line of categories and products to back that value. I like to hear, that's kind of what I'm getting from this presentation.
Yeah, one of the things that we really focused on is, we realize that there are going to be a lot of customers out there that already are tied into brands, familiar brands that everybody, I guess, is familiar with. Our whole idea and our concept was to offer these dealers products that fill holes in their existing niche. Okay. Most dealers have the brands, they cover the gamut, but I think when you really drill down to this line, there's going to be pieces here that just about everybody can use. And that's really, in a nutshell, what we did with ATG. So whether it's that Play Loud speaker, whether it's an affordable 15-inch woofer, whether it's an extremely shallow speaker, or whether maybe it's a dealer that, is dealing with a customer, the system doesn't work, they put a head unit in, they fire the system up and they realize that the speakers are bad. Our Classic Series offers that dealer the ability to replace those speakers and still fit the whole package within the customer's budget. So we're pretty excited about that.
No, absolutely. I can see how dealers can get excited about that as well, Al. I have to say, I'm going to comment, even at the Classic Series, the aesthetics, you know what I mean? There's nothing cheap about them. The materials, everything about it looks really sharp. And then when you get to the Transcend series, it really takes it up a notch. And, when I'm looking at those coaxes, when I'm looking at those amplifiers, the way you built, and kudos to you to actually show, not many people show the internals of an amplifier. You guys, have no problem showing, how that amplifier is built. And maybe that's a cue for dealers to do the same within their showroom. And say, hey, you might not have heard of ATG, but let me show you what this is all about.
Well, and I think, one of the things to drive home is that our parent company, we talked about the fact that they also own other brands. Okay. So, and we also talked about the fact that both myself and the ATG staff, we have been around a long time. We've designed a number of products for other companies, and we know what it takes to, make a product that works well and, offers that customer a tremendous value. And that's really what we're trying to drive home. One of the things that we mentioned initially is that, the 12-volt industry was in a state of flux. We did extremely well domestically in the U.S. when COVID came and there was a lot of stimulus money coming around. But now we're seeing it circle back again to where we were in 2018, 2019. And I don't think a lot of dealers realize, everybody has overhead. Everybody is paying, rent, or they're paying taxes, they're paying utilities, they're paying employee salaries. And for most dealers, they're actually spending somewhere between $40 and $60, if not more, for every dealer that walks through that door. So at ATG, when we were originally developing the line, we wanted to make sure that we developed a line that offered dealers product that they could sell everybody that comes through the door.
Every day.
It used to be, we could be selective, who we wanted to sell.
Sure.
Maybe we would send somebody down the street for their UTV, or maybe we would send somebody down for their motorcycle. Or maybe we would tell that dealer that, you can't have a 1,500 watt amp for X amount of money. And they would spend, 5 or 10 or 15 minutes explaining how that didn't work.
Right.
The philosophy with ATG is to be able to give that dealer something to offer everybody and to be able to say yes.
I have no more questions. I mean, I think you did a fantastic job out. The line speaks for itself. The quality, the feel, the look, the finish, the whole driving force behind developing the product, it comes through in the final product itself. I'd be excited to actually touch and feel this type of stuff. Hopefully that's coming up soon. But if you're a dealer tuning in, you want more information on ATG product, go ahead, check out their website, atg-audio.com. They put a lot of work into this, guys. They did a lot of backing. And yeah, it's pretty exciting to have a new brand that could come out at this level right out of the gate.
Ben, I want to say thank you. I really appreciate everything that CMA is doing. All of us can use education. I know that every seminar and everything I listen to, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, you always pick up something. And in closing, I want to thank everybody for listening to our presentation.
Well,
Ben, have a great day and stay safe.
You too. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for making the time. Thank you for telling us all about ATG, and I'm sure we'll have you circle back in the very near future, Al. Take care.
Take care. Thank you.
Bye. So there you have it, guys. ATG Audio to Go, new kid on the block, especially here in Canada through their distributor, T-Bear, where we heard from at the top of the show. Pretty exciting stuff. You're looking for a line with some really clutch SKUs in some clutch categories for some clutch value. I think ATG is certainly something you should take a closer look at. Well, that's it for this showcase. I want to remind everybody to definitely continue tuning into CMA Networks because we are starting with the motorcycle audio category. Yes, motorcycle audio is next up on the menu for us. It's our motorcycle audio sessions. Starts from Wednesday, April 20th, right through to Friday, April 29th. Got some really key brands presenting within this really exciting category called motorcycle audio. Lastly, make sure you visit our redesigned website, cmanetworks.com, where you can search for your favorite content, either by category, by brand, or even by your favorite trainer. New videos every day, and over 400 videos cataloged and archived for you to choose from. That's it. Thanks so much for tuning into this CMA Showcase presented by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
Stop it. Yo, roll it down. I am.
You don't need a car to listen to SiriusXM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on SiriusXM.
What?
This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?